Hey there. Happy Friday. Charity, thanks so much for joining. My name is Shara Halliburton. I am the CEO of Quashara Detroit Publishing. I'm an author, speaker, and nonfiction success coach. I help professional women who are in corporate America navigate to entrepreneur. And one way they can do that is by publishing a signature nonfiction book based upon your expertise. How are you doing today, Charity? Thanks for joining. Today is Friday. It's Fun Friday. I want to talk about something different today. I want to talk about what does success look like for you. And I had my notes here on the screen. I think that, let me go back. I have my notes here. And I think I must have pushed. Oh, here it is. I must have pushed the back button. Good to hear that. Okay, so the first thing is, what does literary success look like for you? Everybody has their own definition of success. When it comes to being a published author or authorpreneur, which is an entrepreneur, an author and authorpreneur, what does success look like for you? Is success just you saying that you maybe hit the bestsellers list on Amazon? What does success look like? Everybody has a different definition of success, right? So once you hit the bestsellers list, what's next, right? Are you going to use that to leverage different opportunities? So what is important to you? Think about what's important to you. When you become an author, what had you envisioned that made you successful, right? Just publishing the book or being able to sell the book consistently? Because after you sell the book to your family, your friends, coworkers, what are you going to do? Are you going to have a coaching program? Are you going to just let your books sit on the shelf? What do you plan to do to take your book business to the next level? So I want to, give you something to think about today. I want to think about, what does literary success look like for you? I'm going to give you some different things to think about. Number one, does literary success look like you being sought after as a speaker because of the content in your books? So I'm looking at my notes over here. Having a high paid speaking engagements that allow you to pair those with your best-selling book. Doesn't that sound good to you? Being able to speak all over the world in your special niche, and you're able to bring your books to the marketplace when you're presenting. Doesn't that sound good? That sounds like a successful author to me, being able to be booked virtually and internationally as a thought leader in your niche, and you bring bulk orders of books, over 250 books, to your speaking engagements. That sounds like a pretty successful author to me. The second thing that you may want to consider, that, I'm thinking about things that reap success, right? The second thing is in people contacting you because they read your book, right? And you created a framework, and they are so captivated by the information that you shared and the value that you shared that they want to become a part of your mastermind or your coaching group or one-on-one coaching. Somebody reading your book and saying, wow, I really need this in my life, right? And they reach out to you, contact you, and then they invest in your programs without questioning the value because they've already read your book. So they know exactly what you bring to the table. That sounds like a successful author to me. The third thing that sounds like a successful author, not sounds, that is actually successful author, is being able to travel anytime you want to worldwide and not worry about finances, not worry about, can you afford this vacation? Just being able to enjoy life, and doing it on your time schedule. Like, you don't have to worry and ask a boss, can I take off this week or that week? Just being, a solo entrepreneur and being able to just go on vacation whenever you want to. And you can have a laptop lifestyle and travel and still work your business, and being able to do that whenever you want to, without asking for permission. Can you take this day off, or see if another coworker has this day off? You have the freedom to design the life that you love. And you can do that by publishing a signature best-selling nonfiction book. Number 4, I mentioned this briefly, being a thought leader in your niche. So when somebody thinks about whatever your topic is, that you're the first person that come to mind because your content in your book is so rich and it helps to solve a problem for your ideal audience, that you're the first person they think of when it comes to that topic. That sounds like a best-selling, successful author to me. Number 5, people reaching out to you to contact you for media opportunities, and whether it's on a local news or a national news broadcast, or even magazine articles, because you are a thought leader in that specific niche. That sounds like a successful author to me. It's more than just hitting the bestsellers list on Amazon, because you can do that in 1 hour, be a best-selling author, and the next hour not, because Amazon, it updates every 60 minutes, right? So you can be a bestseller at 10 o'clock, and then at 11 o'clock, you can be off the bestsellers list, the top 100. If your book meets the top 100 in Amazon, you're considered a bestseller, right? If your book reaches number 1 in Amazon, you're considered a number 1 best-selling author, according to Amazon's criteria. But what happens when you get to number 101, right? You're not a best-selling author. I mean, once you hit the best-selling authors list, you're a best-selling author forever because you've hit the best-selling authors list. But what are you going to do with that? How are you going to use that to leverage success in your area of expertise? Okay, the last thing is being a booked and paid speaker months in advance, having your calendar booked with speaking engagements 6 months in advance, and fully paid. That sounds like a successful author to me. So, number 3, being able to travel worldwide. I know that just sounds great. Being able to travel, not worry about anything, not worrying about, man, are you missing something at work? Because you can take your work with you. And that's one good thing about being a successful entrepreneur. It's a business person. Again, you're an author and an entrepreneur, and you're able to take your expertise, and you can change your expertise into a workshop. You can do it virtually or in person. You can create a coaching program based upon the content of your nonfiction book. If you have a framework, if you have a method in order to get from point A to point B, and people are looking for that solution, you're able to take that message all around the world. So I just want you to consider, what does being a successful author look like? What does it really actually look like? What does it actually feel like? That freedom to design the life that you want to have. So again, I'm going to share those six ways that you could be a literary success. Number 1, be a highly paid speaker, traveling the world internationally, and being able to bring bulk orders of books, over 250 books with you. And it's already paid. They're paying you to speak, and they're paying you to supply books for conferences. Doesn't that sound good? Number 2, people investing in your programs because they read your book or they heard you speak, and they're ready for that next level of transformation that you offer in your program. So they're not questioning the value, not trying to say, well, can I get it for this amount, or can I get it a little bit cheaper? Can I do that? You want people to seek you out and pay you 100% of whatever the cost is without questioning your value. That sounds like a successful author to me. Number 3, being able to travel worldwide whenever you want to without worrying about, can you get permission to travel, right? Number 4, being considered a thought leader in your niche. You want somebody, whatever your topic is. So if you talked about the imposter syndrome, you want people to be able to just, think about that topic and say, who is an expert? This person is expert. I'm going to contact Shar because she knows what she's talking about, right? So you want to stand out as the expert in your subject matter. Number 5, people contacting you to contribute to newspaper articles or collaborate on different projects, or, show up in the media for different situations because they know that you're an expert, right? You want people to reach out to you without even having a second thought. You want to be first in mind when it comes to that topic. And number 6, being booked and paid in full in advance, 6 months in advance or a year in advance. Those are the benefits of being a top best-selling author that has value in your books, and you can share that value with the world. So that's what I'm working to get to. That's what I think literary success is, and that's where I'm working to be. So I hope you enjoyed these, the thought, of just going beyond just selling your book from person to person. You want to be able to sell your book in bulk. You want to be able to be a thought leader, whatever your topic is. And you want to be able to travel the world and share your message and your brand so you can change the lives of others. Ooh. So I'm glad that you tuned in. Those that will be watching the replay, please comment and let me know topics that you want to talk about or you want me to talk about, because I'm doing a 30-day live challenge and I've been doing it. This is, I believe, the 12th or the 13th day. I can't remember, but I'm doing a 30-day live challenge to get back in the habit of going live, because I've been off the network for a little while. So I started to do this 30-day challenge so I can get back in the habit of going live and sharing value. So if you have questions about publishing a nonfiction book, please, send me a direct message and I can, talk about it next week. Next week, I'm going to go into actually writing your book. We talked about some things this week, but next week I'm going to get into actually planning to write your book. We're going to go through some exercises live next week. So again, you can check my page and go under my reels and look under the 30-day challenge. I have all the days, the replay for all the 12 days from the past. So if you want to check those out. And thanks so much for joining. Hey, Stacye, we were just talking about what does literary success look like for you. I'm going to repeat those 6 ways that can be, more than just a thought of being successful. I was saying, other than selling book to book for one person, just selling your book to one person, you can sell your book in bulk form. So these are 6 things I thought about when you think about literary success. Number 1, having high paid speaking engagements, right? Traveling internationally and being able to take 250 or more books with you, and they're paying you to speak and they're paying for your books. So that's one way that can be a literary success for you. Number 2, people investing in your programs based upon your content from your books. They read your books and then you offer a program and they don't even question the value. They automatically want to sign up for your coaching program. That sounds like literary success to me. The third thing is to being able to be free and travel worldwide whenever you want to and not think about, do I need to take this time off of work? Just being free because you are an entrepreneur. You are, not worried about, you don't have a 9-to-5 anymore because your business grew so much that you could leave your 9-to-5. And number 4, being considered a thought leader in your niche so that you're first of mind. Whenever they come up with that topic, whatever that topic is, you're the first person that they think of because you have shown your value. You have provided value to your target audience in your books, when you speak, when you go live, when you collaborate with other people. They know your value so that you are the first person that comes to mind when they think of that topic. You said your topic is a little challenging. If I love my books to be purchased in bulk, though, yeah. Yep. But there is a target audience for your book. So you know that there's a target audience. So where they gather, those are the people that can buy your book in bulk. And then we talked about people contacting you, right? They're just reaching out to you because you're a thought leader and they want you to do media opportunities, magazine articles, collaborate with them because they know that you offer value that they're looking for. And they're tapping on your shoulder. You don't have to reach out to them. They're contacting you because they heard you speak somewhere, or maybe they read your book or heard someone talking about you because they read your book. And number 6, being booked and paid in full months in advance. I said 6 months in advance to a year in advance. That sounds like literary success to me. It's more than just being a #1 best-selling author from Amazon. Because, when you think about success, what is success to you when it comes to being an author? What feels like success? So I was just thinking about those different things today, and I just came up with those 6 things. These things represent literary success. It's more than just being a #1 best-selling author, because after you're a #1 best-selling author, what? Are you going to use that to leverage different opportunities? If you're not, then, it's good bragging rights. It looks good on your bio, but what are you going to do with the fact that you're a best-selling author, right? Just because you're a best-selling author doesn't mean you're bringing in big bucks. Because I was just saying how Amazon, every hour on the hour, their stats, their ranks change. So you could be a best-selling author at 10 o'clock a.m. and 12 noon, you're not a best-selling author according to their system. But once you're a best-selling author, you're always a best-selling author. But just saying that changes. You know, just like you turn your head, it's 12 o'clock. You're not a best-selling author anymore, according to their system. So I was saying, what are you going to do with that status, saying that you're a best-selling author? What are you going to do? How are you going to use that to help you get to the next level? Yes. Now that's what I said. These things that I'm talking about, this is literary success. It's more than just selling book to book, you know, just showing up live and then somebody said, oh, I want to buy a book. I mean, 30 books. If somebody buys a book every day of the month, that's good. 30 books, that's excellent. But you want to be able to think, you know, in the future on a large scale. That's what I consider literary success. Yes. So I just came in really quick just to drop some quick gems. It's Friday and it's been a long week. I'm so glad that I made it to Friday. This week was just so long. Thanks so much for joining. We're talking about, what does literary success look like to you? And Stacye, do you want to join me on live? I don't know if you can request to come in. But if you want to join me, we can talk about your book if you like to. If you're not prepared, that's fine. I'm just, you know, asking just in case you want to come on and join me. You can if you want to. Yes, you know what, the challenge, I'm really enjoying the challenge because, like I said, I used to go live all the time, but I haven't been in the habit of going live. So this has got me a little bit, you know, back into the habit. And so, oh, you can? Okay, great. Let me see if I can request you.
Okay, wait a minute.
Okay.
Girl, I'm getting ready for, how is everyone? How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm getting ready for a vending event tomorrow, so excuse my
Oh,
appearance.
oh, no problem.
I'm looking busted. So anyway, yeah, I'm getting ready for a vending event tomorrow.
Awesome.
Um, so I was getting books put in the bag,
Yeah.
getting my other items that I sell packed away, all of that stuff. So all I have to do is pack the car and roll out tomorrow.
Oh,
So,
awesome. What kind of event are you attending tomorrow? I know it's a vending event, but what is the name of the event that you're attending?
oh, I knew you were going to ask that. It's an organization. It's from a business colleague that I've known for years, and it's it's an organization that I can't think of the name. I've never heard of them before, but they're having a conclave. I've heard that word before when it came to sororities and stuff like that, but they're having an event in Bethesda, Maryland.
Oh, wow. So that's
So
awesome.
she asked me if I wanted to be a vendor, and the table was free. So I was like, "You're out, anytime I can set up now." Yes.
So can you introduce yourself and tell us about your
Oh,
book? Or
oh,
the
sure.
I know you have books. You have journals and books, and then you have other things that you offer as well. You could just introduce yourself and let them know what you do.
Oh, sure. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I am Stacye Bynum, six-figure storyteller, author of the book, The Stronghold Breaker Blueprint, 7 Strategies for Slaying Your Stronghold. And my first book was Defiled Treasure, which both books talk about being free from, identifying and being free from generational
Mm.
strongholds. I've been teaching on that for close to 10 years now, and all of that has been because of my journey with
Mhm.
a generational stronghold and coming to grips with that. And so that's what my books are about. And I just recently released a prayer devotional.
Okay.
Actually, I've worked in human resources for about 20 years. And when COVID hit, I kept seeing or hearing the angst among HR professionals. And, I would be in the groups, Facebook groups, and we were just going through. And so I wrote a devotional called HR Morning Meditations, 31-day prayer devotional for Black queens working in toxic workplaces. And
Wow.
the HR really stands for his resources, but I just did a
Mhm.
spin on that. So it's for more, you don't have to be in HR.
Mhm.
It's a journal that has 31 days, but each day has a word or a virtue, if you will, of what we should be striving for in the workplace, or some things that we need to stay away from in the
Mhm.
workplace.
That sounds
So,
powerful. If after
yeah.
we get off this call, if you can give me the link, I will share it with everybody when I download this
Oh,
actual video. So,
okay.
yeah,
Awesome.
I appreciate you joining me. Stacey and I met in October of last year at the Six Figure Storyteller Live event with Jasmine Womack. So we connected there, and we follow each other on social media. And it's wonderful what you're doing. I saw something on, I think, Facebook. You had, man, you had something on this week. I saw that I was going to ask you about. What did you have on your
Oh,
Facebook?
yeah.
You had something.
Now, since 2005, I have a greeting card company called Sister Worth Greetings, and it's for women empowerment. You
Oh,
know,
wow.
greeting cards for your sister friends. We need encouragement, and so
Yeah.
the greeting cards. I do all of the writing for that, and so I had let that go by the wayside for a little bit. I
Mhm.
have my loyal customers, but I was like, you know what? I've got to bring Sister Worth back out. I got to bring her back. So that's why I've been being a little more diligent with my posting. So yeah, we have note cards and greeting cards there as well.
I love that because we got, like what you were saying, is we got to get back to writing notes, because those, when you sit down and you write a note to somebody, like if you have a customer, you write a thank you note, a handwritten thank you note. People really appreciate that because you've taken time out of your day to sit down and actually write a personal note to them. So I love that. I love that. I want, if you
Yeah.
can send me the link to that as well, because I want to get some of the greeting cards. So you created these greeting cards on your own. This is an idea
Yeah.
that you had, and you just, that's
Yeah. And
awesome.
again, from my experience, I suffered a long time with low self-esteem and all of
Mhm.
that. And so I used to write in my journal a lot.
Mhm.
So I write in my journal a lot. And so I just one day decided, I want to make a greeting card line. And
Wow.
so I do all of the writing. I do all of the writing for the cards. The aesthetic is just a simple silhouette of a woman. You've got to see the other cards, because what you saw, I think, were the note cards, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. The note
So
card.
the
I thought
the
it. I was
other
like,
cards, they have a beautiful silhouette of a feminine silhouette. I had an artist to do that. But yeah, outside of everything else, I do all the writing, and they're on different topics. So
you're very creative and talented, because I think you also do what are those shoes? You do something with shoes as well
oh,
too. You design
oh yeah,
clocks.
I
Like,
I do. Yeah, I
yeah.
as a result of COVID,
Mhm.
with the job market was going up and down. I was,
Yes.
getting laid off from COVID. So I
Mhm.
started blinging Converse. And
Converse,
so now
okay.
I do Converse and the Crocs. So I do
And the clocks.
both.
Yeah, so
And
you're
that's
just very
Little Bits
creative. You're
Bling.
using
That's
your
Little
gift.
Bits Bling.
Little Miss Bling.
Little Bits. Little
Oh,
Bits
little bit.
Bling.
Bling. Okay, yeah, that's awesome. I love that you have these creative ideas and you just go ahead and just do it and bring it to market. Because sometimes we have all of these ideas that are, deep down inside, and we say, oh, maybe I should do this. But I love that you go ahead and do it. So you have books, journals, you bling out shoes and what, Converse and Crocs. And do you do jewelry too?
No, No,
Oh.
I don't do jewelry. It's the greeting cards added onto that, and so and it was like with COVID, you kind of had to do,
Yeah.
you had to really jump out there, if you wanted to have those side jobs because the market was just going crazy, and I work
Yeah.
in HR, and anytime HR gets laid off, that's crazy. So,
Yeah.
but
I had got laid off too. I had got furloughed for like 3 months. And I had never been off of work for 3 months, and I've been working for over 20 years straight. And
right,
that was the longest
right,
time that I've been out of work. And I'm like, this is kind of weird.
that's
During that
strange.
time, I got a certification. I became a certified life coach. So I used the
Okay.
time, wisely to, gain another certification. But yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
you have to. Yeah. So I just, and now with the books and all of that, and then, with us taking, being coached by Jasmine and everything,
Yeah.
I have my courses ready, to go, but I've got to polish them up
Hmm.
and to put those out there because, as
Right.
you were saying, there are other avenues that come from your book, other
Yeah.
streams that come from the book. So I've got some polishing up to do because we're asking God to take us to this next level, and I need this and I need this, but we have it already in our hands. A lot of it,
Exactly. But we had to stop second guessing ourselves and just put it out there. Maybe even, test it. Maybe start out with a, beta group and see, maybe offer it for a lower price and see what people
hmm
think and kind of tweak it a little bit. And
Okay.
then once you get it to where you want, and then, take it to the marketplace. Yeah, because I'm in the process right now. I published my book, Skyrocket Your Success. I finished the book. Now I'm doing a workbook. So I'm going through the chapters and breaking things down and doing a workbook. That's what my goal is, to have the workbook in hand by July 31st. So I have most of the
Oh,
content. So
awesome.
I'm getting the content, got to get it, edited and formatted. And I'm hoping to have a copy in my hands by July 31st. So
That's
I'm excited.
awesome. Yes, yes.
Thank
And I
you.
also did a workbook from the first book I did, from
Hmm.
Defiled Treasure. I did a workbook because I started doing workshops. I started
Oh, wow.
teaching workshops.
Hmm.
So, I mean, we have it. We've just
Yeah,
got, like you said, bring it to market,
yeah,
put it out there. Don't be afraid. Just,
exactly.
stop. A lot of times we feel like it's not perfect. It's not perfect. And that's just a
Hmm.
distraction.
Yeah. So we need to put it out there, and because we're self-publishing, we can always upgrade it later. But you're gonna do your best to put it out there in excellence. But then, as things change, you can always do some updates, and then just do an updated copy, do a second edition. But yeah,
That's so true.
yeah.
That's so true. Yeah. So yeah. This has been good. So I'm encouraged by you. I may take the challenge.
Okay, it
I
sounds
might take
good.
that.
So I don't want to hold you long because I know you're preparing for the event on tomorrow. I wish
Mhm.
you much success. But yeah, send me the links, and I'll put the links in the comment section when I upload this video to my
Okay.
Facebook page, and I'm gonna upload it to my YouTube as well.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Thank you, Shar.
No
This
problem.
was fun.
Thanks for joining me at the last spur of the
Absolutely.
moment.
Absolutely. It was fun.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
okay, so much success tomorrow, and I'll be in touch with you. But send me your links, and then I'll put it in the chat for this video.
Okay, will do. Thank
Okay.
you. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Hey, Dr. McKenzie. Thanks so much for joining. We just interviewed Stacye Bynum, Living by Grace Now. Hi, this is Shar with Pushar Detroit Publishing. I'm going to upload the video. We just did a video with Stacye Bynum. She's talking about her books, and she's going to give us the links to her books. And then I'm going to upload the video, and you'll be able to go back and see the replay. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you both are having a good day. So yeah, I'm gonna upload the video probably in the next 5 to 10 minutes. It was a really good live. I came on, I talked about today, what does literary success look like for you as an author? So I gave you 6 things that could help you to kind of project yourself into the future. And think about success on a big scale, not just selling book to book, one book from person to person, selling books in bulk, and then being able to go around the world and share your message. So that's what we talked about. And then Stacye came in, and we talked about she's going to an event tomorrow to sell her books, and we were just talking about this program that we both were a part of, and we attended this event in October, the six-figure storyteller live event in October of last year with Jasmine Womack. So we were talking about that event, and we connected at the event, and we kept in touch and followed each other on social media. So she's going to share her links to her books. And yeah, so yeah, the replay, it'll be up in a few minutes. So if you have any comments, please feel free to share them. And yeah, that's it. So I'll put the video up shortly. So I hope you both have a good night, and I'll be on tomorrow between 10:30 and 11. Happy Friday. I hope you both have a good evening.